Hello guys, my name is Oleh, I'm a .NET developer, and today we are going to continue with the existing educational app written in .NET 7 and Blazor server refactoring. So for today we have one task which is quite complicated, but not at all, and let's take a look at it. So let's close this one. And we have the task to make the students' personal determination criteria in a dynamic way. So let me explain what we are going to do here. So we have the educational application with the students' pair schedule, and this application has both schedule per group, for example this one, and schedule per student, for example this one. And these schedules are uploaded from the different file sources. So we have one file source for the group schedule and one for the student one. And there are the disciplines of the individual student choice, which we can see like for this student, and the disciplines of the individual student choice should override the disciplines which are defined by group. So for example, this one has a group of this value, so let's locate it. And yeah, so this group. And for example, we see that here we have some, like this. So the historical discipline of the student's choice. So it means that this one should exist in the student in the group schedule view, but should not exist in the view per student. So because each student does select this discipline by his or her own choice. So this is not the individual discipline, this is just the regular pair per group. And let's take a look at the database. So first of all, let's take a look at the data sources. So this is a data source for the groups, and here is a data source for students. So here we see the name of the actual student's choice, so this one, and here we see the discipline of the name of the discipline which in which block does this discipline is this discipline selected. So for example, let's locate this one in the group schedule. So let's locate, and for example, we see these ones, and the current logic is that we have the lesson which has a subject ID of the lesson subject, and the marker of the is personal, so by which is determined whether it's the main discipline or it's the discipline of the personal choice. And here in the personal table we have just the subject ID. So what we are going to do, and also we are going to look at the code. So when we have the personals upload, we have the, let me locate this one. No, in this method. So it's a problem not exactly with the personals, but with the schedule. So let's find me. So in the schedule view, for each discipline we have the setup of the is personal field just in a static way. So we have some certain personal criteria defined, but these criteria of course are are updated by time to time, so it's not a very good way to to do that. So, and this one is bool, and yeah, so and it's mapped to the bit type of the SQL server, which can be either 1 or it can be or 0. So for example, here we have ones, and yeah. So, and how we are gonna to update that? So first of all, we are gonna to so let's update the personal schedule, and what we are gonna to have here. So first of all, we need any kind of collection to determine whether whether we have the subject name within all the personals uploaded. So we can do that just by specifying the collection. So the collection should be yeah, let me think a bit. So it should be probably just a list of integers. So let's call it personal block IDs. So because it's the block of the personal discipline, so this one will be the new list of integers. Okay, and next so when we add this one, so we need to add this list to the method and implement the logic of this list filling. So let's provide the list of integers. This one will be personal block IDs. So let's so, and what we're going to do here. So when we have the personal block IDs, and we are adding the subject. So not the subject, but the personal. So yeah, here we are parsing the Excel values. So, and we need the 0, 1, the second one, the block of the choice. So, and yeah, and here let's implement the logic of this list filling. So this one will be not the ID, it will be the block name, and no, this one. So the row, yeah, and the column should be just the second one. So this is the block name of the valid discipline, and we are gonna do first of all check if the personal, no, we are gonna not to need this one. So if personal block contain no, yeah, so it's not, yeah, better it would be kind of another way. So first of all we need to check the existence of this of this name in the subject table. So we're going to determine the ID of the so we have the subjects, which is a collection of the subject, and so the subject first, or it can be the ID. So, but better if we make it more simple. So first, the default just like this. So it will not take the two actions to determine, so it will be just the one action. And next, and if this block ID is a valid one, we are gonna just to add this block ID to our list. Okay, so this will be done for each of the disciplines, not the disciplines but the personals. And next we are going to determine whether our list is filled properly. So for example, and let's look how it's filled. So let's upload the disciplines, and this temporary one. And what do we have here? So we have here just the 30 IDs of the blocks and our block is exactly the ID of the subject, which is present in the database and represents this block of the student's choice, and by which criteria we should mark the regular pair per group as the personal one. So here we have this criteria, and next here we are adding some data, and next here we are updating the database. So what we are going to need here? So first of all, we are going to retrieve all the records from the lessons table. So why it's named this interesting way. So first of all, we are going to retrieve all the lessons, and after that we are going to check against each lesson. So if the lesson is a personal or not. So how we are going to do that? So we can go just with so So first of all, let's try it in a regular way. No, it's personal, it's not gonna to be true, it is gonna be just the personal block IDs that contains, lesson subject ID. So this one, and after that we are gonna to populate this table. So also with the repopulation, because it will be a bit faster. So of the lessons, we are gonna not to this one, and also unfortunately we will not apply this one. So let me comment that out. Here instead of this we will have the is personal of, maybe we cannot specify it exactly, so let's rebuild. Or better let it be false, because we are going to insert it in the database, and I'm not sure whether the nulls are allowed here. So because so, and here we are gonna to update this table. So first of all, let's try with the regular pairs. So currently we have updated it, and next let's try the personals. So, and here we have the lessons, here the personal block ID, and let's and one more thing, we have not filled the database, so let's try to figure out how much lessons of the lessons are signed as a personal. So so we can just have the count here. And here we have the 182 lessons as a personals. Okay, so let's proceed with the data insertion, and and what we are gonna to look, at the so probably I have closed the tab, not closed, so we need to locate this guy in the test server. So it will be and let's see. So we this one, and so this guy does not have the redundant discipline anymore, and let's locate Yeah, so and the other disciplines are inserted correctly as it should be. So this way we have finished our task, but let's try one more way, one more scene. So here we have the for each, but of course we can try to do the same for using the parallel approach. So and here because we have the loop based task, so it's not the link queue based task. So we have just the two approaches of the parallelization. So it can be either parallel link queue or the p-link, or we have the TPL or the task parallel library. So and here of course when this command is not exactly the yeah, but of course we can try. So let's try the first way. No, unfortunately not, it will not work. So this stuff from the p-link could be applied just to the, for example, any kind of where to list and so on. So all the link queue expressions, but not the for each one, which represents the loop. So, but we have the other approach. So parallel dot for each, and here we are gonna to specify the source, which is the lessons, and next we're gonna to have the action, and the action could be just like this. So but we need to have the debug run to determine whether this one does have exactly the same name of the lessons marked as the personals. So let me load the files in the background. So and yeah, so we see the just the same number of the personals which was in the non-parallel approach, but here we can win some seconds of the time per each upload. So that's why this can be useful. Of course, one more thing regarding that. So if we would have any kind of task which is not a modification, but for example their list adding and so on, so we in that case we should have used the log directive. So the log directive just to ensure that no deadlocks will be in the process of the operation. So while this is only the modification operation, so this operation does not add or remove any element from the list. So that's why it's possible to use like this way. But one more advice: so if you are rewriting any kind of single thread functional to the parallel approach, so you need to obviously to debug this rewritten code to ensure that the same data is returned as it was in the non-parallel approach, because often these conversions could result in the potential data losses. So that's why these aspects are important doing this way. So and of course we can remove that not required anymore static criteria, because we have achieved the dynamic values. So that's it for today. Hopefully this video will be useful for you. Thanks for watching, and